Cedar Fair is most known for operating Cedar Point, the world's greatest amusement park. But they also operate 10 other amusement parks. They try to give each one a good amount of attention and build new stuff, but definitely their two most neglected parks are probably
Michigan's Adventure, but also probably Dorney Park.
Yeah, Dorney Park hasn't gotten a new coaster in quite a while, but that was rumored to change because they were supposed to get a shuttle coaster by Gravity Group.
Yes.
And that was rumored like a little bit before COVID hit and stuff. So who knows what happened with that, if that just completely fell apart or what. But now, on the interwebs the other day, it was floating around that Dorney has filed for a permit to build a 161-foot attraction in a 2.7 acre parcel of land just north of Dorney Park Road and Lincoln Avenue. That spot of land is right where the old roller coaster Stinger, an old boomerang that was relocated from California's Great America. Now, we looked on Google Earth, and as you can see, it's a nice sized plot of land.
Yeah.
And it fits right in the 2.7 acres, just like what's said on the leaked information post, whatever. That makes complete sense. So we started thinking, okay, what might go in a plot of land like that? What could even fit?
Yeah.
So we looked at Talon and Hydra, and those are both very similar plots of land. So if they wanted to put a steel coaster like that, they could fit something. But the problem is that floorlesses and inverts tend to be like a little more compact than some others. A lot more inversions and stuff like that.
So and obviously they won't be getting a floorless coaster or an inverted coaster since they already have those. And no other real like B&M coaster would make sense. Like they're not going to get a dive coaster. A, that probably wouldn't fit in there. And B, Cedar Fair is not going to put that much money into Dorney Park.
Yeah, they're not looking to spend $30 million on a roller coaster there because they're not trying to make Dorney Park compete with places like Hershey or Great Adventure, which are an hour away on either side pretty much.
It's just a regional park.
Just a nice little small park for people in like the Allentown area to come and enjoy on a summer day and maybe get a cheap season pass and that. So Cedar Fair knows that that's what Dorney Park is, and they keep it like that.
Yeah.
But it looks like they are going to add a new attraction. So what could this new attraction be? I started thinking Cedar Fair loves doing what to most of their parks right now?
Adding whole new areas.
Whole new themed areas.
Well, yeah, whole new themed areas. The boardwalk, the Spanish, I don't know the names of all of them, but the little Spanish area at Knott's Berry Farm. There's one at Kings Island. There's the aeronautical area at Carowinds. All sorts of areas.
King's Dominion has one. It would make sense if they took this plot of land, and since they're building from scratch, it would be really easy to theme everything. Maybe put a new restaurant back there.
Yeah.
Theme to whatever they're doing. A little gift shop, a new roller coaster, a new flat ride maybe. But what kind of roller coaster could possibly fit in that land, yet still give all sorts of room for pathway, another flat ride, a restaurant,
all the other stuff that you named, and there's not many because the plot of land, it's still a nice size, but fitting a coaster and other stuff would be pretty tough if the coasters take up a bit of space, and there's not many coasters that take up very small amount of space and are also thrilling, except
Cedar Point just so happens to love a certain company.
Fair.
Cedar Fair, my mistake, loves a certain company right now, and it's not Intamin.
And definitely not Intamin.
It's not RMC.
Definitely not RMC.
It's Gerstlauer, right?
No, it's Zamperla.
Oh, Zamperla, that's right. Wild Mouse and all the new flat rides going into Kings Island and Carowinds and stuff. Those are all Zamperla. So Zamperla has a roller coaster called the Double Heart. And it's kind of like what Premier makes, the Skyrocket 2.
Yeah.
Skyrocket 2, where it's an LSM launch and it shoots up. It's basically like a big circle.
Yeah.
And you see on your screen what it's doing. And one thing 161 feet is what they said this attraction is going to be, and it just so happens that the max height for this attraction is 164 feet. So it fits right in that range. It's the plot of land that it would take, I see that the footprint is only about 230 feet by 60 feet. So that would only be like a fourth or so of this land. So that would give plenty of room to build other stuff in this land and do a whole new themed area, like we're saying. Plus, it's Zamperla, which obviously Cedar Fair is getting some deals on some rides with them. It would just make sense that something like this is what would go into that plot of land, because you could add a new roller coaster, you could add a new flat ride, and a whole new themed area geared towards families, which Cedar Fair is really pushing hard towards families right now.
Yeah, get some more family attractions in there, stuff like that.
And people loved themed areas, so I think that just makes people's experience just a little bit better in their eyes. So this seems to be one of the more likely candidates to go into that spot. If not something like this, then a wooden coaster doesn't really completely make sense, because it's literally right next to, not saying that two wooden coasters can't be right next to each other, but it's going to be right next to their other wooden coaster,
Thunderhawk.
Yeah.
And so that would be, I mean, yeah, like you said, they can go, two wooden coasters can go next to each other, but it'd still be kind of weird.
Yeah, so a wooden coaster just doesn't completely make sense there. And a steel coaster, other than something that's really compact, like an invert or a floorless, I mean, maybe like a Gerstlauer could fit into something like that. You could do a vertical lift hill, 161-foot vertical lift hill, but that would be a pretty...
That's a pretty tall...
That's a pretty tall vertical lift hill right there. So it just, nothing really is making complete sense for that plot of land except for this. So I think it's all kind of coming together. I think that this makes the most sense. What do you guys think? Tell us down in the comments below. Do you think that it would be a Zamperla double heart? Or do you think it might be a smaller Zamperla coaster, family coaster, that might take up not as much space?
Yeah.
Because I don't know how many family coasters Dorney has.
Yeah, I mean, not too many. I mean, they have a Wild Mouse, they have a kiddie coaster, but I mean, not too many family coasters, but they do need something. Like, if this is true, they filed for something that's 161 feet.
Yeah, that wouldn't be a family coaster.
And obviously, it doesn't have to be a family. I mean, it doesn't have to be a roller coaster, but still, I don't know what flat ride would be. 161 feet.
So yeah, let us know what you think Dorney could be getting. And yeah, go ahead and comment down below. And after you comment, then go ahead and like the video. And you could also do what our great other members have done and join our membership. I would like to give a shout out to our members, Anne-Marie, Raymond, Kevin, and Andrea. Thank you guys so much for being members to this channel, and we appreciate you guys so much. So you guys could join in on that community.
Yeah.
And you get extra
bonuses, verbal shout outs where we shout out your name. How cool is that?
Doesn't get cooler than that. And you get extra videos and community posts and stuff like that. So just a fun little thing to do and a little extra special way to support the channel that we really appreciate. But if you don't want to do a membership, then obviously you can just subscribe, and we appreciate that greatly as well. So thank you guys for watching this video. We appreciate all our viewers. So we'll see you guys next time on Beach Cliff Studios.